Olá, Ignacio. ¿Me estás oyendo?
Hola Rui, sí,
Hola,
te
¿cómo
oigo.
estás? Que estaba un poco complicado
Sí, disculpa,
y agora me
disculpa.
estava olvidando de te admitir en la reunión, no estaba percibiendo lo que se estaba pasando.
Ah, está bueno. Bueno,
Entonces, ¿todo bien?
pues nada, ya estamos. Sí,
Mucho
todo
placer.
bien. ¿Y tú?
Todo bien
Igualmente.
también, también. Que estaba trabajando en el campo y agora parei un pouco para que pudéssemos hablar un pouco, entonces. E tamém está aí
Vale.
ficando un pouco de calor, tenho que parar un pouco. Ah,
Claro, claro, sí, sí.
mira, ¿quieres hablar en inglés? ¿Prefieres hablar en castellano, español? ¿Cómo quieres hacer?
Pues lo que tú necesites más. Lo que puedo hablar en portugués, en inglés o en castellano, me da igual.
Para mí hablar en inglés era mejor porque después no necesitaba de poner los subtítulos, ¿sabes?
Ah, perfecto, pues hablamos
Para
en inglés.
como es una experiencia y para dizeres lo que se ha pasado, no sé si es mejor en tu lengua nativa, en
No,
español.
no, no, yo he trabajado muchos años en inglés, no, no, perfecto en inglés. Es mi
Okay,
segunda lengua. Sí, sí.
so we can change to English now.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so how do you want to say something about yourself, to where people can find you, say what your
Yes, yes, of course. I would like to
present.
say what I'm doing and how I got to this point in the terms of the what we are going to speak today. So yes, my name is Ignacio Gallo. I'm the founder of the School of Natural Activities, or in Spanish is Escuela de Actividades Naturales, which is a project that it's enticed to make people more aware of nature in general, more cautious about it, and we just take them to the nature, companies, institutions, schools, or just normal people, regular people, and we show them how to basically survive, how to interact with the nature. We also pick up some garbage that we find in the nature. And yeah, we give them basic knowledge in case they have to survive in the nature, but with respect and consciousness. So yeah, this is what we do for the last three years almost. And yeah, I can move to the next step, which is how I got to find some bit kind of strange or different signs in the nature or traces
And just tell
that
me something before of that, before you find those structures, those different things on the woods. Did you believe it before, or about?
no, no, I don't. It's not I believe or not in anything. It's just I didn't have any clue
Yeah,
of the existence of something different, which is not kind of science based or science proof.
yeah.
So no, I didn't have any clue of anything different in the nature. No. How I got into it, it's because I was living in Ireland from 2016 to 2019. I was working there in Dublin as a team leader for a big team of people working in TripAdvisor and Smartbox. And yeah, my before at that point I was not dedicating myself to this project that I told you before. And almost all the weekends I was just planning trips to the nature, just to interact, just to fish, or just to do some trails or whatever, and investigating about mushrooms and plants and so on, and animals. So
Yeah.
one day I was doing one of these trips. I just hired a boat, a small boat, and I was in the north central part of Ireland, in a very isolated place.
Yeah.
In fact, the place is near Erica's Magic Forest. I came to know afterwards why is this place called like that. And
Can you repeat it, Erica's?
Erica's Magic Forest.
Oh, okay.
So this is kind of north central part of Ireland, not far from the border with Northern Ireland, the British part. So I was just there. I was just, going with the fishing rods. I was kind of going quite upwards in the because there are three connected lakes. So I was in the middle one after 1 hour of trip by boat, and then I decided just to explore the left margin of this lake, which I have never been before. And yeah, I was even, it was mushroom season, so I was going to see what could I find. And then I just introduced myself. I just got into the first 500 meters, and then I started to see very strange, teepees are kind of teepees,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
made with massive trunks, like massive. So I was in a very isolated place, nobody around, not very good weather, like rainy, foggy,
Hmm.
cold. It was kind of November, I think, uh, almost December. And yeah, I just, at the point I was seeing these structures, I started to feel not well. And not well is difficult to explain for me, because I just started to feel like kind of tired. And yeah, I was very surprised looking at this, like, wow, what is this? Like, I was trying to figure who made this and what for, because it seemed to me like recent, even it was even recent. And there
Yes.
was a kind of a strange
And you saw
fire pit.
more than one, or just one
Yeah,
big
there were
structure?
more than, there were more than one, which I didn't understand at all as well, because they were massive, and there were more than one, and different sizes, but
Hmm.
massive. So for any human, I would say, for being there, you need to be a very big human, like maybe
Yeah.
basketball player or even more.
Hmm.
And yeah, but the most intriguing part is I was seeing as well. I was looking up. The trees were pines mostly, but massive pines and oaks. And
Yeah.
at the top of on the top of the canopy, I could see like massive trunks allocated, all of them like forming a circle, and all the
At the top.
bases of the,
Wow.
yes, at the top, yes, I could see, like, like this, forming a circle, and all of the
Circle. Yeah.
base trunks were in the middle. So
And and were those
again,
trunks also massive, or just more lighter than the other ones that formed the
no, they
structure?
were massive,
Oh.
massive. And I then this was the thing that just put me like in a danger mode, because there were more than one of these structures as well.
Hmm.
And I started to see all of these. It seems to me like a terror movie scene when someone is in the woods and is seeing something that they cannot see or they shouldn't see.
Yeah.
And I started to feel like that. So I just was there like for 5 minutes, but I felt scared, scared in a different way. And I just decided to run back to the boat and just go to the opposite place, just for fishing and kind of breathing, because I was even feeling that my heartbeat was very high for no reason,
Yeah,
apparently.
and you didn't feel strange to feel that, because you are a guy that is used to be on the woods, to be on the field,
I
so it
never
was
felt
strange.
something like that
Yeah.
before in my life. Yes,
So
I
you
I
think that
spent many.
it was strange,
Yeah,
no?
it was very strange. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, or very different. I
Very
would say
different.
very different to what I'm used to feel when I'm in the woods. So yeah, I just ran back to the boat, not look back anymore, and I was trying to, think slowly, breathe, and just get calm again.
Yeah,
And I just made it
it was
on
like a
the other side.
panic attack or anxious attack.
It was different than a panic attack, because I had couple of them in the past,
Hmm.
and it was not like that. It
Not
was
the same.
it was more kind of scared or fear, but mixed with panic attack. Yes.
Yeah.
I was in control of myself. When you have a panic attack, you are not in control of yourself.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
thinking clearly what to do, but I was kind of thinking clearly that I should go out of there, like get the hell out of here now.
And at
Yes.
any time you felt that there was like someone putting or mind speaking to you, like someone saying like leave the place, get out of here, something like that.
It could be now that I'm remember this, and I'm even getting in the place again, like I'm reliving this again. Yes, it was something like that. It was something telling me go get out of here. Something.
Yeah, it was like you knew what you had to do, and you had to go away and to run from the place. Yeah.
Yes.
It's amazing, amazing. I've never heard about such trunks put in top of the trees like that high.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, I guess
because at first when I saw these massive teepees or structures like wooden cabins made with wood, with big trunks and with some green parts as well. So I was amazed, like, wow, who can make this? Like, it's very weird. And then when I saw the other things up in the trees, this is when I was like, wow. And this is the moment where I started to feel this internal voice saying, get out of here. It's not your place.
Yeah, it's amazing and weird. I have been having some experience like that, but I've never felt that urge to get away from a place, to just run or to be so afraid like that. I felt a little strange in some places. And the last time it was in the Pyrenees, but never like that. Never like that.
And for me, it was a very different feeling, as I told you, and never felt that way before. I was not sure what was that, and then it was the time when I started to put all the pieces together in my mind after seeing this. I came back to the place a couple of weeks later again, and sorry for that.
No problem.
And that time was, I don't know how many weeks passed, but I am a person that likes to investigate things and learn and get more knowledge. So I started to look in the internet for what could have done these structures.
Let me just ask you again. You get curious and you went back to the same place another time.
Yes.
And what? How
I
was
went back to the same place. Yes. Perdona. Oh, sorry for that.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So yeah, I got curious, and then I started to try to find out what these things or these structures were and who could made them. And I was in Ireland, so I started to put words in English and trying to find out this, and I came back. Yes, I came back to the same place, and it was again the same feeling. I got the same feeling. There were a couple of teepees that were not there anymore. I think it was just one. Yes, just one left. The small one, the smallest one.
The smallest one, and the circle of trunks on the top.
And the trunks on the top were still there. Yes.
Wow. Amazing.
But the big two other teepees there were not there.
They were gone. Yeah.
Yes. So again, and it was kind of I saw the piles of the trunks like thrown all around, like not very well allocated or whatever. No,
that's amazing.
All of them were like as something was it away, like
yeah.
And
so you were saying that you came back to Spain and or you did start to
no I was living there in Ireland, so this was probably 2018 if I remember correctly, something like that. 1 year before I moved to Spain, so I still had one year, some months more in Ireland.
And all of those structures and all of your experience were in Ireland.
Yes.
You
Well,
never, you
no,
never.
sorry.
Oh,
At that point, yes. At that moment, yes. But no, I had more experiences recently in Spain.
oh, but in Spain, yeah.
Yes, yes,
Because the first time I heard about you, it was in the blog of Javier Resins, and
yes,
I saw an article that it was, I think it was published in a magazine, Phenomena magazine. I don't know if it's Argentinian or something. And I tried to find
yes.
magazine to see what was about it, and I did never found that magazine. So, and I thought about what it seemed to be it was about Spain and about you finding some structures or some evidence in Spain. Is
Mhm.
it was that it?
Yes, yes. So, okay, let's then move forward for the next weirdness. Okay, the next weirdness happened. Well, the next weirdness happened when I moved to Girona. Okay, Girona is
Catalonia.
in the Catalonia. Yes,
Mhm.
it's in the northeast border of Spain with France. So there. Oh, where to start? Okay, at this point, I had already learned a lot about these possible creators or things that are in the woods.
Yeah.
So um, I was more cautious when I was going to the nature alone. I was changing some things. I was listening to some guys in the US. Some of his guys is called David Politis.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
The
the
missing
other
four one
guy,
one. Yeah.
yes. So I learned many things that would happen to me. And as I work with the nature as well, not only on my personal free time, but I work with the nature. So I'm taking people to the nature.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, fast forward, then it was it was a couple of years ago. So it was 2021. So yeah, 2021 October. I went to a place that I really know well in Girona, which is 15 minutes from the city, more or less.
Hmm.
I went with my dog. I came back from it was November, sorry, because I came back from a survival course that I did 3 days in the mountains. And then the next week, I went alone with my dog to just hunt, mushroom hunting. Very, very, very close to the city because I had just a couple of hours of light. So I ran and I went there to a very small woodland that is there. It's very small and it's 15 minutes to the city, but you have to go by car at least 8 kilometers in a dirt road,
Yeah.
which is
With a 4x4 or something. Yeah.
no with a normal car because I
Ah,
use normal car,
the
but it's
road is
not
good.
easy.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not easy to go there, and
Yeah.
also it's very isolated again. But I know these woodlands like the palm of my hand. So that day, something very strange happened. I just entered into the woodlands. I started to quickly try to come across some mushrooms to do some dinner,
Hmm.
and I couldn't find many. And I was kind of amazed because there should be there some, and I couldn't find many. So yeah, at some point I just decided there was still 1 hour light time, and I returned to the car. So I was returning to the car, and my dog started to pull into the opposite way. And my dog is very strong, okay, very very strong. So when he pulls, it
Yep.
drags you. So I was, hey, Iker, come on, it's the opposite way, and he was not listening to me at all. And I
So
was
it didn't want to go to the car or in the car direction.
in the car direction. I
Oh, yeah.
finally discovered that he was going in the car direction.
Oh,
But
okay.
for me, he was going in the opposite way. And I just was there for less than an hour. Okay.
Wow.
So I was convinced, and it's very small portion of woodlands. So I was 20 minutes pulling from my dog
Hmm.
and pushing the opposite way of the car. And at some point, I just
But
remembered,
you wanted to go to the car or not?
Of course, I was
Oh.
rushing to go to the car because I wanted to
So
move to another
so you got
place
confused where the
I got
direction was. Yeah.
so confused, and I came back not only from many days in the nature, but also knowing this place very well, and also coming from a survival course with a master that taught me more things about orientation. You know, how to navigate yourself in the woods. So I was not understanding anything, and then pulling the dog. At some point, I remember when you and I then started to panic again because I couldn't understand what was happening.
Yeah.
So then I stopped, breathed, I thought with clarity, and then I decided to follow my dog. So I just followed my dog, and he took me to the car. Okay. But when he took me to the car, I then wanted to just have a quick look on the opposite side of the car when there was more woodlands, and I just wanted to find maybe some mushrooms there in a place that usually there are.
Yeah.
And there were a couple. So I picked them, and then I was going back to the car, and then on my left view, couple of 20 meters away from me, I could see a big shadow. I call it shadow because I couldn't really look it very clearly. That when I was looking, and I started to feel again not very well. So when I looked, there was a big shadow, like a couple of meters high, massive.
A big what? So, what? Sorry.
Couple of meters high.
But what?
2 meters high.
What have you seen? What was 2 meters high?
I don't even know, but I felt.
You felt like a shadow.
I saw it.
Oh.
And it moved in a very dense part of the woods. It moved from some bushes to a very big trunk of tree trunk. And then I was not even thinking, and I ran back to the car because I didn't feel well, and I went back to the car, and then we moved from there quickly.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I decided to go to another part of the woods, which was 10 minutes from there.
In the same day?
Same day, because the day was going out, and I just had picked like 4 mushrooms, something like that. So I wanted to go to a specific place that always there are mushrooms. And then I went there. It was just going out of the car, and starting the trail, and just a couple of 100 meters from the trail, my dog and I both stopped at the same point because something very weird happened. There are like small trees, like maybe a couple of meters high, 3 meters maximum. And then we were going in a path that it was surrounded and kind of making a U surrounded by trees. So then at some point, we heard something weird on top of us, like a couple of meters more up. It was kind of, both of us stopped at the same point. We heard something like that. Okay, it's very weird. Never happened to me. And that point, I said, okay, mushroom hunting is over for today, because it doesn't matter where we go, that something is not right.
Yeah.
And then I went back to home, and that's it. That was of November 2021. Something like that. Okay. And then
were there structures on that place or around?
No.
No, you never found them.
At least I was not even stopping to look at anything, because that day I didn't want it to look. I didn't want. So, and then we fast forward to November again. November. Now I realize all the things that happened in the last 6 years happened in November. Okay. Interesting. So November 2022, I went with one colleague of mine, friend of mine, for mushrooms hunting again. And we went to a place that we know. It's very difficult place to go, and it also isolated and quite wild. next to the border with France. So we went there and we...
And also in Catalonia?
Yes.
Okay.
So we went there and now we find many mushrooms. This was an amazing day, Nothing happened, but when we moved, because there are like couple of three places we know in the radius of 1 kilometer more or less. So we stop in different dirt roads to go in the woods out of the trail.
Yep.
So we stop in the second one after picking many mushrooms. So we were already very happy, and we were just looking for the last hour and slowly and enjoying. And at some point, we discovered in the middle of the woods like 600 a lot of how do you call it in English, these things that they do the Halloween with,
the pumpkins.
Pumpkins, yes.
Yeah.
Big pumpkins forming a circle, a big one. Imagine 600 of them, big ones. Okay. Oh. And they were not rotten or something. They were okay.
They were fresh.
So yes. And in this place there are no farming places. There is nothing because the terrain is like this. All the things is like this.
Very hilly.
Impossible. Okay. And also no car can come there. Impossible. Oh. It's closed.
So strange.
So very strange. Very strange. So my friend says, okay, my mother loves pumpkins. I'm going to pick a couple of them out of 700 or something. Yeah. Okay. And I felt it so wrong and so weird that I say, I don't feel like comfortable taking not even one. So whatever you want, but I'm not taking anything from here. So nothing
so the circle was a very big circle to get.
Very big one. Probably diameter of 5 meters.
5 meters, yeah.
And also maybe 1 meter high.
Mm-hmm.
High. Okay.
Oh, 1 meter high because the pumpkins were stacked.
Yes, stacked. Correct.
Oh,
stacked.
Yeah.
Yes, they were stacked. Yes. Piled. Yes.
Piled.
It was very weird. Very weird. So well, okay. I just said to my friend, I don't feel, comfortable in picking any of these things. Mm-hmm. Just go back. We went back and that's it. So then after 15 days after, I went back to that place with my dog alone. And I was just decided to pick some more mushrooms and, enjoy the nature and so on. So then this was, I would say, the most powerful encounter that I have had in the last 6 years. Because when I started in the first point that we usually go together or me alone many times, mm-hmm. Almost 10 times. So I started to see what I've sent you in the videos. I started to see that many trees were broken, but not broken because of the wind or the rain or whatever. They were fresh. Very tough ones to break them, because it's abedul, abedul.
Yes, it's like a cedar.
The abedul, yes, the abedul doesn't grow there. You have to go 400 high meters up in the mountains to find them.
The mountains,
okay?
Yeah.
So
just above the hills, it's very high altitude, yeah.
Yes, but 400 meters in height, not in in longitude.
Not in length, in height.
Not in length, yes.
Yeah.
So maybe I've never seen them in those woods also. So it's very weird because I go there and when I just move like 500 meters out of the trail, I start to see many of these structures, but many is many.
Okay.
So I knew then, now I knew what was going on. Okay, so I had then the tranquility to just stop and start to shooting some pictures and filming it, because if not, some of the close friends or family that know from me these things wouldn't believe me. And also I just wanted to record them for myself as well. So this time was different because I knew what was going on and I was not afraid or scared. I kind of even asked kind of permission to be there, you know, internally. Okay. And then, I was
like you
I
were
was
trying
seeing
to mind speak to them, to put that thought into them, that you were
communicate with them telepathically, if you can say. So basically I was doing that, and then I saw many, like too many, even tree trunks broken in two, fresh, like this, in two pieces. So strong, so strong. And then just I moved to the same place where the pumpkins, 500 meters in the same road up, and then you have to go into, you have to kind of do like a Navy SEALs to go there. And then I finally arrived, and when I was in front of the place where the pumpkins were found, there is how do you say, a fence, a big fence, wood, iron fence, these ones that are like this, and it was separating some part of the forest to the other one where the pumpkins were found. So this, my surprise was when I was there with my friend.
So it was private property or something? No.
Kind of weird one. So anyways, it's always perfect, and you can never pass that fence, never, because we haven't been able to. So, and we tried. So this time, more or less in front of where the pumpkins were found, and they were still there, but I didn't even wanted to go there because I didn't want to. But just in front, like 500 meters length, this fence was completely pushed, like not broken, like in a V like this. Okay, this is 2 meters high. Okay, and this was 30 centimeters up and pushed, like if something has put the foot on it and just
put the foot on the fence and push it down.
But nobody can do that. And I've seen this fence for 3 years perfect, and 2 weeks before the fence was perfect, and 2 weeks before there were no structures like this 500 meters down. Well, so I keep seeing these signs. Okay, and then I decided to cross the border with France, and then I went to a place that a friend of mine has recommended me, an isolated car park in a dirt road as well. It was almost 6, so I had 40 minutes light. So then I just left the path, the trail again, and I just went into the forest. And I started to see not that many, but some structures that I was seeing down there on the other part. So I said, okay, this kind of beings are all around this area, but this area is crazy to be there because it's mountain, again, mountain, like so steep that this, I mean, it's impossible, like to live in this area because I don't know, whatever. So then I start seeing the same structures again, and
but
then
when you say structures, you say teepees or just broken branches and trunks?
Broken. It was more signs. Okay,
for me, more signs than teepees. Yeah.
With woods that, with tree trunks that wouldn't belong there as well. And I cannot imagine people putting these things there like that at all, because it takes art to make those things, and also strength, a lot of strength.
Yeah.
Yes, and there were many tree trunks thrown on top of other trees as well.
Top of other trees
that didn't belong there. Okay, and they were allocated in specific ways, forming 45 angles like this.
Yeah,
all the time.
That you could see 45. That it was not natural, of course.
No, it was not natural, and all of them were allocated in the same position, 45 degrees, 45 degrees, all of them.
Yeah.
So then I kind of smiled Okay, internally, I was feeling well. I was knowing what was happening or could happen or could it be. And then it was a small valley like this, again very steep, and there was a small river going in the middle. Okay, so then I kind of went down a little bit close to the river, and then it was the time when I started to hear steps, bipedal steps on the other side of the river on the valley. Okay, but I could hear them, and it was kind of weird because I made my dog stop to pay more attention.
More attention to the sound. Yeah.
Because I couldn't see what was going on the other side because it was very very dense. And then I stopped and I couldn't hear the steps anymore. And then I started walking again, and I could hear again the steps. And then when I stopped again, they stopped. 3-4 times I did this. I just entered maybe 800 meters out of the trail, and then it was getting darker, and I just said, okay, for today it's enough. It's enough. And
you went back.
And yeah, I went back to the car, but not in a rush as before, not as ever before.
Yeah,
in
not
many
ever
times
feeling
before.
that kind of
now I was
feeling
not
inside
feeling.
you or afraid. Yeah.
I was not afraid at all, and I was in control of myself. And I think the key is the knowledge that I have now, plus so the first very sign that I saw in the first place that I stopped that day, I said to whatever it was, can you allow me to stay here today?
Yeah.
I asked this permission, and I think that made it happen in this way. Yes.
Yeah. So some people say that they can tag you, like in the first time that they see you or that you see them, they can tag you, and the other times they already know, even if it's not the same individual, same Sasquatch, Bigfoot, they already know that you are a guy that have had experiences. So
I don't know if it's
Sasquatch.
I don't know if it's Sasquatch or many other things could be at the same time as Sasquatch or
any other cryptid,
yeah, cryptids, or entities,
or
even
entities. Yeah.
Or energies. So sorry, just to say, Rui, it's just resting 1 minute 50 seconds of Zoom.
It's ending. So I cannot.
Maybe
If you have more to say, I can send you another invitation for a few more minutes, and we can still.
I think it's just if you want, just to say goodbye or whatever quietly, not to rush. You can send me another link, or even maybe we can, whatever. You can send me the link.
It's better. I can send you another link because now we are rushing and it's weird.
Yes. Okay. So let's I wait for your invitation, and then
I will end this meeting, and I will start another one for another minutes. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. So see you then.
See you.
Okay. We are back. Yeah. So you were saying about that experience you had near the border of France, and you were finishing it saying that it was not so bad. You didn't felt anything bad. You felt like a good vibe going there.
Yes, like acceptance. I would say acceptance.
Yeah, acceptance.
Respect and acceptance. And I was even telling Javier, because when I got in touch with him after this experience, I was looking into more in detail if there was some evidence of these things in Spain. And then I came across with him, and then I wrote him, and then he got in touch, and I finally did some interviews and conversations. And I told Javier that I didn't wanted to say specifically the places where I found you
Yeah.
know, the exact locations, because I feel that if I was allowed to go there the last time in a Pacific way,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't reveal these things
Yeah,
for them,
I,
you know.
I feel the same, and I also don't want to reveal my locations, because at least from some time, if I have a like a message or an intuition from them that I can say where it is, I will say. But for now, but I from some time I don't want to say the locations.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
the same
I
the
can
same
relate
happened
to
to
that.
me.
Yeah.
Yes. So I don't know if you have any more questions or
Yeah,
things.
just wanted to know about your experience, and probably asking you if you knew about those legends in Spain, in also mostly in the Pyrenees. Did you know that before you come across these type of things?
I was investigating a little bit, as I told you, after the island experience,
Mm-hmm.
and I came to know that there were some French brothers that were doing some expeditions in 2007 and 8 to several parts of the Pyrenees where they had found tracks, and also
Yeah.
tracks like foot tracks, and also there are many, not legends, but stories about people that have seen them,
Hey, it can be
like
said
real
it's
ones.
yeah, it can be said it's a legend because it's very ancient from
Oh
the
yes, yes,
from the past.
but
So
it happens now. Mhm.
it's still happening now, yeah. But
Yeah.
like in Catalonia, most of people call them the semiots. In the
Simiots.
Basque, yes, in the Basque country they call them the Basajaun,
Mhm,
and all the places they have been in Aragon, in and Navarra, they also have different names in each valley from the same creature. So it's a very present thing
mhm.
since I don't know when, but the early times I really don't know.
Yeah. And have you heard about, because I recently have started to hear a lot about uh, different other entities or theaters. Um, have you heard about Dogman?
Uh, you are asking me in Iberian Peninsula, in Spain, in Portugal, or around the world?
Whatever.
Oh, around
Uh,
the
uh,
world, yeah. It's a very I hear a lot of shows about dogmen, but
hmm,
in Portugal we don't have like these kind of experience. At least I don't know about uh, people coming forward and saying that they have seen a dogman. But there
mhm,
are
mhm.
lot of people, mainly old people, that say that they have seen a werewolf, the lobisomem. You know,
Maybe some.
yes, and
Mhm.
it could be the same thing, but I really don't know.
Well, in the US, I think it's not even in the US. I think many places around the world, even France, Ireland, England, Germany, Poland, they they are seeing this
Yeah,
thing. So
they have lots of stories.
I
And we
I
also
hope
have,
not to find.
but by other names, like werewolves. That we called it in, I think, in Europe, dogman. It's a very new thing in the that started in the States, because
Mhm,
we have lots of stories in Portugal and for sure in Spain about werewolves.
mhm. It's
Are
it's
they the
weird.
same? Are they
I
the
hope
same
not to
cryptid?
find
Probably.
any.
Yeah. Or if we find, we can find a benevolent one, a very friendly one. I hope. Mm.
Yes, hopefully.
One of the things I think it's we project and we see, we got what we believe. So if I don't think if we are going into the woods with a very good attitude, even if you see a dogman, they will not give you that kind of attitude to you, that kind of bad vibe. I think,
Yeah, but if you find a lion in the savannah, you can go with the best attitude, but maybe you are the best food for them, you know?
yeah, I could think about it if I would think it was an animal, but I don't think neither dogman, neither Sasquatch, wild men are animals, are apes, or just wolves with going in two legs. They
I
are they are
understand.
they
Mhm.
are a different thing. They have a different they are flash, of course, because they leave prints. They can break
Yes.
things. They can be flash, but they can be something that my opinion, that we humans can't do. Something.
Yeah. Well, that's for sure. That's for
Yeah.
sure. And of course, they can communicate, and
Yeah,
probably they are
they
pretty
can
intelligent.
they can
Yes.
communicate in telepathy. They can mind speak to you, and dogmen also can mind speak to you. At least I have heard that they can mind speak to you. They are probably different. They are a different species. I don't know, but it's, they for sure they are real also.
Yeah. And which part of Portugal are you based, Rui?
I live near Lisbon in the suburbs, but I work all around. Now I'm in Alentejo, not right next to the border of Andalusia, but yeah, I'm pretty near.
And what is your job? What do you do?
I do mainly surveys, monitoring wildlife
You told me.
surveys.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, for
Wildlife.
wildlife. I generally work with birds, with birds and mammals, but mainly with birds. Now I'm doing some surveys in the Alentejo, bird surveys.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good. So maybe we can do something together in the
Yeah,
future.
for sure, for sure. Or
Yeah.
we can visit each other and
Yes.
see some and research some new places in the Pyrenees. I'm planning to go to the Pyrenees in the summer, mainly visiting the same places and trying to research another valleys.
When are you planning to go?
I really don't know yet, but be, between August and early September, I'm
August and early
planning.
September.
Yeah.
So let me
And
know when you go. If I can join, I would be
okay,
happy.
okay, for sure, for sure. I will.
Okay.
So I would like to thank you
I'm
to
happy.
spend these couple of minutes saying it and sharing your story with all of us. So
It's a
thank you very
pleasure.
much. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much, Rui. Take
Okay.
care.
Bye bye.
Bye.